Hello and welcome to Everything To Guppy, the podcast where we talk about every single item, every single enemy, every single everything in the Binding of Isaac. I'm William Hughes, and I'm joined, as always, by a guy who's always going to put you on read. Gary Butterfield. Is that the right expression? Did I fuck that up?
Dude, is it a drag race thing? I don't know.
I think maybe I heard Zoe say it on Orb last week. She was going to put you on, or was going to read you or put you on read.
I heard that and then just assumed that it was powerful magic I didn't understand and just just kind of decided to let it go.
The joke there is that that's like, I think it's like throwing shade, and shade is the item we're doing today. But before we get into that, Gary, I do have to issue an extremely important public service announcement. So this show and the aforementioned Orb both come out on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to both of those at the same, right after another
or at the same time.
Or at the same time, that's even worse. You will die.
Yeah.
The Guppy energy of me on Orb and me on this will cause great and luminous tumors to erupt from your body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when I pull in Cole for the guest spot on this episode.
We gotta get Cole back on the show.
Yeah, I don't think he liked it.
Oh, he liked it. He liked it.
I'm saying he didn't, Will.
Sure, people do that.
Yeah, people
tell
do
me
that
they don't
all the time.
Yeah, people say they don't like interacting with me all the time, but I can tell they do.
You flyboys crack me up. Yeah, it would be fun to have Cole. I think that Cole would be a really fun sub.
Just you and Cole doing it?
No, or just you and Cole, man. I would listen to the fuck out of that.
I don't know. I would like to hear you and Cole try to do this show. Try to match the tone of this
It'd be
show.
really hard because, I feel bad when I'm mean to him.
Yeah.
When I'm mean to you, it just feels like Gary, but when I'm mean to him, I feel like his brother. And it's like, not, you're like, oh, yeah, that guy who's just fucking brutal to you.
What these shows have revealed to me is that I really love bullying, but I don't like hurting people.
Yeah. You need a safe bully. I'm like that punching bag in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Shape especially.
Shape, totally. I'm like that with toothpicks sticking out of it.
I don't know that I could send you as far as they send that punching bag.
Well, not yet. Gotta practice.
Not yet. I got to get your percentages up.
Yeah. And my little item description's he likes being beat up.
Gets him hard.
Yeah. Gets me hard. That's what it says in the item description for that. And if you ever knock that punching bag well enough, it pops a tent.
And then just pops.
Yep. It pops a tent so hard that it breaks his skin. That could theoretically happen. You could get a boner big enough that it ripped the skin around it.
Gary, I think you're right. I think you could get those blood vessels so engorged with blood that it just tears the boner right off.
Yeah. And then it just kind of sticks out like a dog's boner.
I was going to say it pops off the body completely and goes wriggling around the room.
Yeah.
Just looking for any hole to just
it's
shove
looking for
itself
silent.
in.
Yeah.
This got pretty Sam Raimi.
Yeah. That's a good reason to keep your house, to have some mouse holes in your house.
Gary, it's, sometimes the mouse gets tired of being in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to set yourself up for a potential Tom and Jerry situation.
Yeah. And sometimes you just like to terrify mice with a semi-animate, semi-sentient, distended penis.
Yeah. Gary, are you up to date on the Tom and Jerry discourse?
I read a review of the movie.
Okay. Are you aware that there's a movie poster in the movie in which it shows Droopy Dog as Joker?
No, I do.
Which is our fucking IP, fucking Dog Joker?
I'm pretty upset about it. I didn't know about that. I didn't even think about Droopy Joker.
Sue Rob Delaney.
Say what?
We're going to have to sue Rob Delaney.
I don't mind. Seems like he's got it going on. He could take it.
Where do you fall on Rob Delaney?
He's fine.
I agree that he's fine, and I don't want to say any more. I know I broached this subject, but I'm worried that he'll hear it and get mad at me.
I found out recently through your words that you don't like Thomas Middleditch. I didn't know that.
I think he can be very funny, but his vibe is a little off-putting.
Interesting. When you say vibe, are you talking about his race? Are you talking about What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about how he did on The Amazing Race that one season. I would watch him him and Schwartz on The Amazing Race.
That'd be amazing.
That would fucking kick ass.
That'd be really good. Man, did we just invent a really good game show? Like
I
two
feel like
improvisers?
Celebrity Amazing Race already exists, but...
Well, not celebrities we like.
Oh, okay.
It's Jason Alexander and circa 2007
Shalhoub?
Norm Macdonald. And
Okay. Shit, that's a vibe, Gary. Did you just pull that out of your...
Yeah.
You went to Jason Alexander really fast for that pull.
Yeah, no, I had him on the brain.
Duckman on the mind.
I got duck brain. It's actually because that picture of him standing in front of a GameCube has been going around
That's
again.
a great picture. I love that picture.
Really good. You mean to tell me that this Metroid is Prime?
You're saying that I play pinball by talking into the flippers?
This is horrible item week.
It's really bad. Gary, what is that fucking game that I'm thinking of? It's pinball, but it's also a real-time strategy game that you control with a microphone.
Odama or like...
I think it's Odama, yeah.
Yeah.
Obama.
Yeah, thanks, Odama. Like Odama, I'm getting upset. These pretzels are making me upset. I'm so mad, Jerry.
Who is this Kramer?
No.
Is this Elaine?
George. I'm getting upset.
You're doing
All these
Duckman.
pretzels. I get them. They're salty. Hey, Mr. Brenner. So mad. Once ate a sandwich while having sex. On the show. Ayo. Peter. Peter, are you there? Peter, it's wife. Where dog, Peter? Peter. All right, Lois. Amelia. Mr. Brenner. This is a preview of my one-man show. Free associate between two
Mr.
voices and 10
Steinbrenner,
characters. No, I did. Well, Stein his first name?
No, it's George Steinbrenner. Yeah, Gary's 10 characters he don't own.
10 characters I don't own stretched over 2.5 voices.
Gary, it's shade.
It's shade. This is such a horrible item.
Gary, did you know about the secondary mechanic of this? Because I sure as fuck didn't.
Here, let me see. Disappear. The familiar disappears and turns into friendly dark chargers. Oh, when it takes enough damage?
Yeah, where if it does enough damage, then Isaac eats it. Did you know that?
No.
Me either. So this is a shadow.
Yeah.
It follows Isaac around.
Mm-hmm.
And does not especially good contact damage to enemies behind him.
Yeah, which doesn't happen that often. Like if you're running away from a charger or something, maybe. Yeah. But you're also shooting that charger. You don't need the shade to be doing damage.
Yeah. And then apparently, we are learning today, if it deals 600 total damage to an enemy, or to enemies, Isaac reabsorbs the item, and then gets a contact damage buff, and it spawns a couple little enemies that follow him around.
Bonkers. This resets every room. Like that damage thing, I imagine resets every... I don't know if that's true, but I would have seen it if it didn't, Mm-hmm. But even though like 600 damage, this thing does, 30 damage per second. It's quite a bit.
You're not going to be hitting bosses with this because it's following behind Isaac.
Yeah, you're always moving in this game. If you weren't always moving, this could possibly be useful, but this is so horrible.
Yeah, this is a very late edition. This is a Delirium unlock, which means this came like Afterbirth Plus. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And deal with the devil item. Fuck off. Like I'm not paying anything for this.
Gary, I would rather pay more for this muffler than for this item.
I would rather have a frontal lobotomy than have this item in front of me.
I'd rather Bulbous Bouffant Blubber Macadamia.
You can't bring it back. We did exhaust that.
Gary, I would say we probably did already too much Dr. Demento material. Yeah. And to return to that well is to simply parch ourselves.
I'm just a little bit proud that I remembered something we did last week.
Gary, that's amazing.
It doesn't happen very often.
Do you think you got smarter this week?
Let me think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Did you drink some kind of stat potion?
I've been drinking stat potions. I've been doing nootropics.
I've always wanted to, that when Square Enix sold Potion, I always wanted to try that.
Yeah. I will drink a novelty energy drink. Yeah. I drank the Flaming Moe novelty energy drink.
Let's all go to Flaming Moe's.
It's not very similar to the Flaming Moe.
Liquor in a mug can warm you like a hug, and happiness is just a flaming moe away.
I don't know, way to remember those lyrics.
I have it burnt to a CD, Gary.
Oh, fucking weirdo.
Listen to it periodically.
But people who have never gotten a ride home from Will to their house 2 blocks away from where you're at, Will oftentimes be listening to stuff from TV and movies.
I have a TV soundtrack mixtape that I put together and a video game soundtrack mixtape that I put together on my CD player in my car, which is now broken and which people periodically try to buy from me, and it makes me very uncomfortable.
People try to buy your car?
Yeah. Like my neighbors on both sides have noticed that my car hasn't moved in a year, and they've both tried to buy it from me.
Whoa.
And it makes me super nervous because I don't like people noticing I let my car break.
Yeah. Why haven't you sold it if it's broken?
Gary, to embark on this conversation would be to dive into the depths of my anxiety.
Okay. Well, let's save it for next episode. If you like this show,
if you'd like to hear Will have a genuine panic attack about a topic that causes him a lot of anxiety, tune in.
Tune in a couple days for Car Talk with Dick and Sack. Go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv and send us your sack.
Yeah, I would like you to sincerely consider, if you do not already, donating to the network. If Guppy brings you joy. Not if it's going to don't.
Well, don't put yourself out. And don't do it instead of groceries.
At all, even a little bit. Don't donate.
Yeah. Also, one of my favorite things is when people do the Guppy bump, every once in a while I'll see somebody undo the Guppy bump.
Yeah.
And I know they're not doing it on purpose. They're just like making a number nice and round.
Yeah.
But I really like to think that we did something to piss them off.
Yeah. Or just the joke got old, which is kind of the theme of this show.
Our jokes are getting old. Man, have you heard about this Dr. Demento guy?
What can you give me like the quick 3-minute description of him?
Yeah, he's old. He's an old white man.
Start the clock.
He's old white man. And he has a penchant for novelty records. A novelty record, in case you don't know, it's not like regular music. The lyrics are meant to be funny. They oftentimes aren't, but they're still kind of like weirdly compelling.
Yeah, like maybe there's a narrative about a camp that for some reason you end up really getting emotionally invested in, even though it doesn't matter at all. Yeah,
and it's like the song isn't like a normal song, and it's not funny, but you're still kind of like into it. It's really confusing.
Is there a bikini in the song?
Well, it depends. There are some tiny itty bitty polka dot bikinis in some of the songs.
Am I supposed to jerk off to that song then?
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, Gary, I want to break out of the bit for a second. Am I supposed to be turned on by that song?
By itty bitty? I think you're thinking of Purple People Eater.
No, yeah. Well, no, everyone gets hard to Purple People Eater. It's a large purple creature that eats human beings.
Yeah.
No, Gary, it's not cunnilingus. He's eating meat. It's eater. Vor. Don't turn this from a cunnilingus thing into a vor thing, Gary. Don't be a fucking pervert.
No, you're turning it. I'm turning it the other way. I'm turning it into a cunnilingus thing. You have.
No, I know you are, and that's perverted. Keep it a good vor thing.
I think that you said the opposite earlier.
Gary, play back the tape.
Okay.
I like how the monster eats.
Peter. Oh, you didn't tell me how far. Anywho, reading and review, please.
Here's a 5-star one from Jammin39, who's
thank you.
I feel like I've definitely interacted with Jammin39.
They're on Twitter. I've talked to him on Twitter.
Guppy through the ages. Golden Age. Original hosts Gary and Will. Frequent use of Quantum Leap song. Silver Age. Jeremy plus soundboard. Incredible stuff. Modern Age. Original hosts, but they don't play the darn song anymore. P.S. Gary, if your back kills you, can I have one of your leftover copies of Atomic?
You can have a copy of that anyway. I got a garage full of them. You just have to buy them. They're still technically for sale.
You're going to get skinnered by your own
100%.
Atomic. Yeah.
100%. Like, I'm going to accidentally hire the same moving guys someday. and they're going to lift up that box and give me a real wry look. Like, really, dude? Good night.
Good night.